Hey everyone, Selwyn here from WynnStrength. On today's quick training tip video, I wanted to talk about getting over a plateau. And one of the strategies that I like to use in order to help bust through that plateau just a little bit. The last video we talked about increasing training frequency or exposure to the movement. This week I want to talk about movement variation. So if you're getting stuck with, say, the conventional deadlift, you might want to introduce the sumo deadlift or Romanian deadlifts or stiff-legged deadlifts. And depending on where you are in your training cycle and your personal tastes and preferences, if you're not looking at actually competing anytime soon, I would say remove the movement altogether completely. So if you're getting stuck at the conventional deadlift at a certain weight, maybe you don't want to increase deadlift frequency for whatever reason, another strategy you can use, or different time of the year, is sub that out, stop doing conventional deadlift and insert, say, a sumo deadlift or a Jefferson deadlift or stiff-legged deadlift. One of those, and just make that your main deadlift movement, and you can augment that with another type of accessory lift. So maybe you're going to do a deficit deadlift or banded deadlifts or block pulls, something like that. So we can have our main movement being that variety movement, so that sumo or the Jefferson type deadlift, and then we can augment that with a deficit deadlift, still using the conventional deadlift stance, but not the conventional deadlift in the terms that we've done it before. And all that does is it gives our muscles a break from that movement pattern. And yes, strength is specific, but if you've been chugging along doing conventional deadlift for a year without any break, maybe your body just needs that little bit of refresher course. Maybe give it 3 months at the very least, maybe 6 months. We're talking about the long-term game here, remember. So 6 months down the line, reintroduce that conventional deadlift, and then just go from there, see how it goes. It might take another month or so to get back into the groove of things, but with that little refresher, you're kind of like deloaded for 6 months or half the year. Your body should be able to retrack a lot of those gains very quickly, and given the strength you've seen in a very similar movement but not exactly the same, it should have some carryover, or at the very least it stops stressing certain joints and ligaments in your body that'll help you perform better in the conventional deadlift. So hopefully that helps you with your training. Again, look at that 5-year mark with planning your training, and if things aren't going well, change things very slowly, change things one at a time. So if you want to do increased frequency, do that for 6 months, and then after that, go back to your regular training, and then if it's still stalling out, try that variant style way to get over a plateau. And yes, I'm talking about a year to get over a plateau, but that's how training is. We're not going to be making PRs every week for the next 20 years. It's going to be a long, grueling battle. It's going to be tough, but that's part of the fun of it, and that's why we go to the gym every week or every month. Well, every day over the course of a year, whatever it is, however you train, think of your success in terms of decades, not years. It's been Selwyn from WynnStrength, and remember, a better life through strength.